All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into our grassroots marketing business model and discuss specifically how our outsourcing can be advantageous for your business. So the biggest value when it comes to well, let's first of all break down grassroots marketing and what we use it for. So grassroots marketing, from our perspective and what we do, is we have relationships with sources, which are known as brands, and decision makers. Those decision makers could be elected officials, professionals within a brand, entrepreneurs, whatever that looks like, but a decision maker for either a department, organization, or an activity. And so we have these relationships with these sources. And these sources, again, could be a brand overall in their departments, a elected official or entrepreneur, or just someone that makes a decision for an activity. And so with these relationships that we have, we're able to take those relationships in urban communities specifically. And urban could be based upon your more traditional ethnicity perspective, or just based upon the density of the population, because we find a lot of times that our work is in urban core areas, heavily densely populated, and traditionally these areas are developing and on the rise for transformation and a market being driven. And so with that being said, we're in an urban area and we have access to, one, not only the community to include urban communities to include businesses that are in urban areas, professionals that are urban that want an opportunity, whatever that looks like, as well as diverse businesses that you can subcontract out to. And that's all part of grassroots marketing and connection, either increasing your customer base or increasing your presence in the community. And that's what we do with our grassroots, leveraging our grassroots marketing and leveraging those relationships to either increase your customer base, which is business development, or increase your presence in the community, which is community relations. And so knowing that we have access to the community, urban-based community, and knowing that who we have access for is the private sector. So the private sector we work with to connect them to urban-based communities for a number of different reasons. If you look at our customer segment, you can see there that it's usually for employment opportunities, workforce development opportunities, also to grow a business, either urban core development and real estate development, or if a international business wants to come into a urban territory that we serve and expand that way, we do provide service in those practice areas. And so bringing it back to having access to the private sector, having access to urban communities, that's one of the biggest values that we bring, on top of just reporting and bringing information to you in a timely manner. Because we can be a fully outsourced company for you. All the cold calling is eliminated. We already have those warm relationships, and ultimately it's just access to opportunities. And so to cross promote and get some of our projects done, we will work with financial institutions, other marketing partners, nonprofit organizations, local businesses, as well as government agencies. And usually for our customers, which are usually either startup or small, medium, and large size businesses. And each business has their need for a number of different reasons. A small business has more of a building your customer base perspective, where a larger business may want to have more presence in the community, either through hiring or through corporate social responsibility, or a number of different reasons. And so that's our customer base, and we're able to make sure we connect our brands to that customer base. And those brands are usually either the private sector or the urban communities. And so knowing that, our key activities, what are they? So for our grassroots marketing services, our actual, what we call our communication strategies that we use to actually touch the actual prospect. Usually businesses are what we call corporate ambassadors, and that is a person that you are, again, outsourcing, paying our firm to actually be a professional in-person representation for you when you go out, when you need to go out into the community or go out into the business environment for a number of different reasons. You actually have an actual individual that's professional, usually diverse, that can represent your brand. We also provide event marketing, and that's where we're driving traffic, usually to your venue or your activity, usually through a lunch and learn or an open house. But for a lot of nonprofits, we're known to throw community activities as well. And then we also make sure that we're reaching decision makers in a timely fashion through emails. So we have a vast array of email marketing campaign strategies to make sure that we get the word to your decision makers. We also market your message through social media, particularly through LinkedIn, Google My Business, and other platforms. And then we do provide digital as well as traditional advertising. The digital advertising, of course, but on the traditional advertising, we're connecting you to urban-based media outlets to build those relationships and to get your message out to a targeted audience. We also are skilled on the phone, and so all of our services traditionally require some form of telephone calls. We have skilled representatives making calls to either schedule appointments, confirm appointments, confirm registrations, or just to deliver a message that you may have. As well as we do a lot of surveys, polls, and focus groups. So for example, we might have a real estate developer that's thinking about, creating a development in a certain area, and they want to create a survey to see what the residents, what they feel about the proposed development, because that's going to give the developer an idea of, what the cost and risk are and what's the best way to approach the community and what that process looks like if they want to continue with the development. And so when it comes to connecting with our clients as well as our clients' prospects, we use email, phone calls, and in-person representation. And as of late, we've been using digital video virtually to deliver messages as well. And what we use to make sure that we are at peak performance with our grassroots marketing model is a robust customer relationship management system that manages all of our contacts. We do have a seasoned staff that we work with. Very fortunate for them, especially those skilled in IT and the digital side. And then we also are making sure that we're advertising with our promotional material consistently. And so at the minimum, usually the cost that will go into the service fees at the minimum for our clients would be the operating system that we use to make sure that we have the up-to-date tools and the resources to make sure that we can get the job done for you. And so we do have a service fee that will be in part to take care of those operating expenses to make sure we get the job done as far as tools. And then if we need to, any kind of traveling or additional expenses can be billed as well. And so we primarily make our money through the actual outsourcing, and we want to continue to make money, especially on the sales side, and not only wanting to connect prospects to the client, but also help in closing that sale. And so we get an additional fee for that as well. So we're always looking to, if you need any outsourcing to increase your customer base or your presence in the community, either to increase your revenue or to increase signups, registrations, things of that nature, that's still just as valuable. Make sure you're reaching out. And then we also have a quarterly newsletter that we send out where corporations are able to advertise. And then you can catch us at any point providing facilitation to meetings, providing motivational speaking services, soft skill training. And then we also have a growing shop on our website, Elite's Business Coach, where we put all of our resources and tools that we use for our business and software, things like that, on one platform so that those that follow our work know what we use to help grow our business from a seed to a growing business and to a maturing business. What we use, we want to make sure that our followers have the same access. So make sure you click that button so that we can schedule a consultation so we can increase your customer base or your presence in the community. And all continue. Congratulations for the success of your business.